I want to bring out Dave Knox. Come on into your own camera, Dave, because Dave is Banddirector.com. It's his company and my buddy for a long, long time. So tell us about how it all started, Banddirector.com.
How it all started?
How it all started. Well,
Yeah.
things you can say on a live stream.
Well, it's really a love of music. And it was, I left music in high school for what I say all the wrong reasons, but 10 years later decided to come back and changed as a career change. And I just had to get involved. Couldn't get the sound of the band out of my head.
Right. And
so,
your instrument is?
clarinet.
And you went to school where?
I went to Finney High School in Detroit, and 10 years, I was a fireman in Detroit for 10 years.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Decided to get back into music, so I grabbed a secondhand clarinet, practiced one summer a lot, took some private lessons, enrolled at Wayne State University, and 4 years later got a degree in clarinet performance.
And Harold Arnoldi was your band director?
Harold Arnoldi, studied with Paul Schaller, and when he retired with the DSO, Ted Owen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
what
then,
years were you at Wayne? That second time around there?
About 85 to 89.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
And started teaching private lessons, and my youngest daughter went from middle school to high school. The band director was unprepared for a big, band program.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like I had to do something, and to give back, it was maybe trying to get friends to write articles and talk about music education, and Banddirector.com came out of that. And then live streaming became something that we started 4 years before YouTube came out.
Right.
So we're way ahead of the curve on that. And today, we are here streaming the Cavalcade of bands, and actually one of the first concerts was Michigan State University. And
right. I remember the early years of you saying, "Hey, we're out there," and your first contact was probably Kevin Senatol, but maybe
Yes.
John Whitwell.
John, we did an interview with John, and then it was Kevin and yourself.
And you came and before, now concerts are live streamed at most universities as part of their IT
Absolutely.
capabilities. But you were doing that before colleges of music thought about it.
Oh yeah, years before that.
Right.
I think it was people didn't understand it. It was something I thought was really cool to begin with. But today, through video, I think there's so much more emotion. There's that energy with live,
Yeah. Right.
and it's things that you sense, and so the archive videos are great, video on demand, but when you can't be there in person, and as musicians, we want to be there in person, but if you can't, this is the next best thing.
Absolutely. And you just said something, you told the story, and your advocacy is, if I could even try to put it in words on the level of thanks we have for your advocacy and your care. Your story, you're kind of like an angel that dropped down and absolutely said, let me help in this way.
Yeah. Well, it takes a partnership. If we didn't have MSU to stream, or we didn't have Cavalcade or any of the other events we do,
right.
We're building partnerships on people that are like-minded. We believe this. We're all angels to music education.
Right.
So
absolutely. Well, and you glazed over the fact that the archives are there, but people really need to visit the site and dabble and search for things that might be of interest to them.
After 11 years of streaming and video capturing, I'm surprised. I look at these videos and I say, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that was there.
All right, let's hit go on the big...
We'll continue after this.
Absolutely.
Let's get down to the field.
All right, Dave's going back to his day job to hit the button, magically putting the band on the screen.